I think my major training as a teacher to get into subbing, I got from being a camp counselor. The state of Tennessee trained me for a week on-site camp counselor's training course. And then I had 3 summers to practice what they taught me. And I believe I learned more from that than I probably could have learned from like courses in the world of education. In 1997, I retired. It lasted 4 years. Then a son needed a little financial help, and I thought, well, I'll just try a little subbing. And then I stumbled onto the woman who was in charge, and she said, I'd love for you to be a 5-day-a-week sub. So I thought, sure, why not? So that's what I became, a 5-day-a-week sub, rain or shine. Off I went. And I enjoyed it. I learned from the kids. I hope they learned from me. Some of the ones enjoy my story of you never know when you're going to need something you learn this very day. I tell the story of having a single student in a learning center with me. He didn't want to be in there with this pipsqueak of a little woman. He was almost 6 feet tall. He went over to leave the room, had his hand on the doorknob. I gently placed mine on his hand, and I looked up at him and I said, little boy, you are not leaving this room. To his credit, he looked down at me and laughed. Then I said, what interests you? He said, rap, mostly. I pulled from the back of my brain something I had not thought of in I didn't know how many years. I thought I learned it in high school. And I said, have you ever heard this one? If you want to go to heaven, let me tell you how to do it. Just squeeze your feet with a little mutton suet. Slide right up to the promised land. Slip right down into the devil's hand. So easy, so greasy. He wanted to learn it, and it went viral all over the school, and it still haunts me. And I have made a slightly newer version. If you want to get ahead, let me tell you how to do it. Review your work till it becomes intuit, and it goes from there. Being around young people every day has challenged me to keep thinking on the fly, to be spontaneous in my thoughts, to let those thoughts, the different parts of it, coalesce to come out with a solid thought. And you don't know what they're going to throw at you. So I fully believe it keeps the mind agile. And perhaps that's why the little bit of mind I have, I still have. You ride with what's coming at you. And that's part of the fun. What will happen today? Will I be equal to it? And I hope I don't mess it up for anybody. Wow. Yeah, the parents of the middle school honored my recent birthday, and I was astounded. I was called to the office. You know, usually when you're called to the office, you're going to be reprimanded. But not this time. There was a lovely bouquet waiting for me, a corsage, and I was so touched that the thought of my hitting 91 even mattered to them. You would think they might want to say, get this old woman out of my kid's classroom. So it was nice to be greeted with smiles by the young people and all over school. So I appreciated it very much.